Hey guys, so welcome to the second monthly roundup. We're changing the format a bit. For those who don't know me, my name is Ignas and I'm in charge of communication and some content writing for the BitDegree team. Just because I have the CEO with me right here, Andres.
Hi guys.
And I have a lot of community questions for Andres, so we'll try to answer those. And just to save you some time, let's make all of the big announcements first. So I'll let Andres talk about the announcements.
Yeah, so we have two new great big announcements to tell you. And the first is that we have produced an in-house course, a gamified course, and we call it SpaceDoggos. And in SpaceDoggos you will learn Solidity smart contract development while playing really nice games where you will be a dog and you will continue the journey throughout the learning process. So this is a great news, and we will release the course online in up to next week. And for the VIP Telegram users, we will announce them earlier.
Yeah, so we're really excited about this. This is a huge milestone for us, our first gamified course. Of course, this couldn't have happened without your support, so we're always thankful to you guys. We know that we've been testing your patience a bit and stretching it thin, but we're always trying to inform you on all the latest news because this is important to us. Like, you guys put your faith in our team and we want to deliver. So we hope this new course is very well received.
Yeah. And the second news is that we can finally answer you the question, when big exchange? So our next big exchange is HitBTC, and we will be listed on March 5th. By our today's news, it may be delayed for some reason, but basically up to the 15th of March, we will be listed on HitBTC. So stay tuned.
Yeah, so just to sum up everything we just said, we have two big announcements. One of them, first course is already released, and we'll hope you'll be able to give us feedback about that as soon as possible. And the second one is HitBTC. BitDegree will be on a larger exchange. It's actually one of the top 10 exchanges. So we're very proud to give you more freedom, more liquidity, and keep moving forward. So now, when we get that out of the way, let's get into community questions. I've been scouring the Telegram chat, and very nice to talk with all of you. I'm always excited to hear what you have to say. Some of the ideas are great, some not that much, but we always listen to everything you have to say. So I've been going through Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, and just rounded up all the questions. So I want to ask Andres these questions so we can all know the answers. And the first question would be, why hasn't the website been updated? It's been 2 months already.
Well, it's only 2 months, but we've been working on our in-house course, and we want to launch our website with our first course. So basically, this is why the delay is happening.
Do you plan to update the website together with the SpaceDoggos release or separately?
We will launch the front end of the website next week, and it will include SpaceDoggos link, and you will be able to start learning with SpaceDoggos.
Yeah, so that's actually really nice to hear. I think a lot of the community members are a bit upset about seeing the crowd sale ended banner for so long.
Yeah.
But you have to understand, it's actually a necessity because we still get a lot of questions about our ICO. We still get a lot of questions regarding referrals, bounty, airdrops. The website helps to communicate us.
And in general, the website contains the information that is required for you at this time to know. And yeah, so it has a useful information, so we are not turning that information off.
Yeah, so it's basically the recycle mentality. We try to use and reuse as much as we can, and if the information is good and relevant, we'll keep it. But for now, stay tuned for the update with SpaceDoggos. The second question would be, what are the biggest hurdles we are facing right now? What's the bottleneck that's slowing down production?
First of all, there are three things that are important to say. Is legal compliance, staffing, and production. So the production comes into the last phase. I would not say these are the bottlenecks, but these are the natural steps of creating a company. And first of all, we need to make sure that the foundation is solid, and the foundation consists of making sure that the legal part of the company is completely compliant with the law, and we have paid all the taxes that are required to be paid. Second thing is hiring. So we have already a new team member, a new HR, who is responsible for attracting new team members to our family. And after that, we are all into production, basically creating the platform and creating new courses. So I don't see anything not going according to plan, and we're all positive and moving forward to creating a great BitDegree platform.
Yeah, so we want to assure that we're already hiring. We're trying to solve these bottlenecks. We have actually a very good team. This is the best team I've ever worked with. Everyone's really nice. They're talented, ambitious, curious, and it's actually a privilege for me to work with such a nice team. So we want to develop and hire the best moving forward, so we keep this mentality. So we're trying to solve the bottlenecks as fast as possible. Sometimes this is not possible to do it very fast, but yeah, we're working on it, right?
Right.
So the next question would be, what are the biggest threats to the BitDegree as a company?
As a company, BitDegree basically faces the same threats as any company, and any company has competitors, and any company has to make sure that their revenue streams are positive, etc. So in this stage of the company, I don't see any threat basically that is different from any other different company, any new startup, or in general. We have a run of 2 years for financing the company, and I think that we will find ourselves the exact path that we want to take, and we are on the way to identify our strengths, and this is the thing that we are concentrating on. So this is the finding our strengths is our main and question that we need to answer ourselves.
So in the beginning you mentioned competition. How do you view competition? Is it good for BitDegree or is it bad?
Any competition is good for customers, basically, and we are a customer-based and customer-oriented company, and we value customer feedback, and everything that customer says, we listen. So customers are important part in terms of competition. That if we didn't have a competition, that means that we are a monopoly, and we can do whatever we want and still get revenues. But in our case, BitDegree is not the only educational platform in the world. That means that having competitors is good for us in terms that we know how to be better than competitors.
I think that's
in any way, competition is the best thing possible.
That's the most important part of the community, because I get a chance to interact with a lot of people, and they just want to know that you understand how important, like how big of competition we have, like with Udemy, Coursera, and are we taking the necessary steps to compete with them, or are we trying to move a whole separate direction?
The competitors are not going anywhere, and it's really like it's really important to have these competitors, and we understand that we have these competitors. So we are always on the edge, and we have to be better than them. So in all the way, the competition is really good.
Yeah. Okay. So I know we answered this earlier, but the community still wanted to know, when will BitDegree be listed on a bigger exchange? This is a question that comes up like all the time. And is the team working on bigger exchange listings?
The question with first of all, we are being listed on HitBTC on March first half of the March. We are being listed on HitBTC, which is a huge milestone. And I think it answers the question for the community, when big exchange. But in general, being listed on an exchange takes a lot of effort and a lot of communication with the exchanges themselves, and most of the time the exchanges do not allow you to communicate with the community in general, with the public apart from the team that is working on being listed. It may harm the partnership with an exchange. That's why the communication might seem a little bit like off or something, but in general it is important to understand that there is a top priority of being listed. BitDegree token must be listed on a big exchange.
I think all these things that you talked about, this is very hard for the community to understand because they constantly ask us, why don't we just pay to an exchange and get our tokens listed? Could you comment a little bit about that?
We are not greedy and we are not saving anything to be listed on bigger exchanges, and we want to be listed. The thing is that when you contact an exchange, it doesn't mean that they will answer you immediately after you send an email or had a phone call. Yeah.
Do you have any plans to encourage the BitDG community to contact their own universities to use BitDegree platform to learn?
Can you repeat the question, basically? I was off a little bit.
That's no big deal. Do we have any incentives for users that want to promote BitDegree at their own universities?
Oh, of course.
Should they do it? Do we want to do that? Do we see universities as an opportunity or as a threat?
First of all, yes, we encourage everybody to promote BitDegree in any way possible. Thank you for doing that. Later this year, we will open up a referral program where you will actually be able to get benefits for promoting BitDegree. So please do follow us on, and you will see the benefits.
And I think all of this promotion, supporting the project, believing in the cause really helps us move along, because as you know, it took 10 years for Udemy to become what it is right now.
Right.
We've only been doing this for what, like 3 months, 4 months?
2 months, basically. Well, we have actually a track record of 6 months, and we have released a solidity development course on November last year, and then I had a partnership with Ethos, which produced a cryptocurrency course, and now we are releasing a SpaceDoggos course, which is completely built in-house, and we are also looking for new ways to attract different kind of content, and then depending on the data and the customer feedback, we will decide which path we are concentrating on.
And this is really nice to hear, and I'm talking on the behalf of the community when I'm talking with you,
right.
So some of the questions might seem silly coming from me, but as the ICO happened, we released updates once every week. Everything was happening very fast. People were constantly in the loop. And some people are getting upset that we're not doing this anymore. Why are we shifting our mindset to these longer periods of time instead of showing what we've done in 2 days, in 3 days, in 4 days?
When we were in ICO period, it's really much more intense. I will not say in terms of marketing, much more intense in terms of marketing and producing much more inside information for the community to see. It is really important during the ICO period. Right now we are in the production period where the stuff is not happening each day that needs to be announced. The developers are working. We will keep updated community, and I think we are updating community and showing on social media how things are going on in the office, and we'll keep doing that. So I think that shifting to the monthly updates is a reasonable decision, and it's a strategic decision that was planned like before the ICO.
That's very, very nice to hear, and speaking to the community, I think you guys should start shifting your mindsets a little bit as well. Things can't happen in a week. Great things take time to build. We understand that sometimes patience is not something that we want to test, but having patience and believing in the project, helping us work, really is the best thing you can do to support us right now. And we really do support everything you've done for us and continuing to do. It's a pleasure to talk with all of you in the Telegram chat, the discussions. They're amazing. You really have valuable input, and we want to realize this input and provide value to the customers. We want to do this as fast as possible, but we also don't want to rush things, and we want to get everything right. We want to make sure that everyone's safe, everything is, we put all the dots on, we dot our I's and cross our T's on the legal stuff, so it doesn't come back to bite us.
Yes, for example, we are not tweeting or putting social media channels that, oh, I have been on a meeting with the legal law department and we were talking about taxes. This is not something that community wants to hear, so we are not putting that, but this happens under the hood, so please bear with us.
Okay, so shifting the discussion back to courses, you've mentioned we're planning to release SpaceDoggos really soon. Check it out, by the way. What's the plan for next courses? Are we gonna continue building courses in-house, or are we gonna try to find and source the best teachers to do the courses for us?
We want to be a production house in-house. Basically, this is our main goal, but we are not only up to that. We are also outsourcing professionals to create courses with a production team we have in-house. That means that if we want to create a really good course, we can find a professional of that area, and we can help him to create a gamified course and put it on a BitDegree platform. So this is our direction.
So the direction we're heading right now is basically create a lot of good, maybe even great gamified courses, instead of opening the BitDegree platform to basically anyone. We don't want to have thousands of courses that are useless.
Right.
We want to have selected courses that will help you grow.
We are limited to IT category only. That means that it includes a lot of courses, but in general, we are with BitDegree we're trying to solve the problem with an IT category of problems, and that means producing much more IT staff for the companies that are needed, web developers, Python developers, blockchain developers, and with BitDegree help, I believe we can achieve and help companies hire much more developers in that sphere.
Well, this is about it for the community questions. I thank you so much for answering all of these questions. You've made my job a lot easier.
Thank you.
And yeah, if any of you want to come chat with me on Telegram, we have a Telegram chat, we have separate Telegram announcement chat. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Medium blog. We always try to post all the newest updates. We won't be limiting you to wait for the end of the month for this kind of video to get all the updates. As soon as we know something, we're releasing it.
Right.
The point of this video is just to be a little bit more transparent. We want to show you that work is being done. Some of the work can't be shown publicly because it's just not flashy. Nobody wants to see undersigning documents. But we're trying to communicate with you. We're trying to show that work is being done, and every day this amazing team is trying to revolutionize education. So I thank you for watching this whole video, and see you in the next monthly roundup.
See you guys.